saw it for like a second. How's everyone's day today?
It's gone.
Yeah. I had class canceled after I'd already gone all the way to like me and like 4 other students are like there in the classroom waiting and no one is there because we have to leave like 40 minutes earlier to beat rush hour. And we checked the school website and it says, oh yeah, our class is canceled because health problems and all this stuff. So we're like, maybe we'll just wait like 10 more minutes just in case. She's like, April Fools, we still got class.
Oh my god.
She didn't show up, so we kind of headed out.
That would have
The
been
same
the
thing
best
happened to
April
us.
Fool's joke ever.
That would have been ridiculous.
We had a class canceled 9 minutes before it started. We were already sitting in class waiting for the professor to show up. We all got an email of them being not there.
Oof.
9 minutes before class starts.
I mean, like, that's pretty unprofessional. I understand my class because we just left extremely early to get to the class. But yeah, like
They
9
aren't
minutes.
actually a teacher though. They're the IT for the secretary of the municipal.
Right. Well, she teaches a class on being professional and basically business management. Anyone here live near New York?
I am New York.
You are New York.
I am New
Oh.
York.
Alright, so we
I
live in-
encompass all.
You like spicy food?
It's alright.
Okay. I'm going to the hot sauce festival on the 13th.
Oh, where at?
I think it's in Brooklyn.
Get out of here. I'm living in Brooklyn.
Oh shit. Hang on.
Are you going to fucking Brooklyn? Let me know if you're going to Brooklyn. Just you let me know.
I'll go to Brooklyn. Yep, 7th annual New York City Hot Sauce Expo.
I wouldn't go to Brooklyn anymore. It sounds like Rembrandt might actually stab you.
The duality of Rembrandt.
Yeah. Tickets are $10, but they go up to like $100 if you want like the super eat all you can, have cocktails and craft beers and spicy.
If you want to, there is the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens, and on the 27th and the 28th, they're having the annual Sakaram Matsuri Festival, which is just like a celebration of all Japan stuff. And the whole Botanical Gardens is just like covered in cherry blossoms.
Huh.
Yeah, it's really nice. and a lot of people cosplay too, so it's like fun going there too. You see like a lot of anime stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Red Brett is a giant weeb, just like me.
I've only seen very few anime.
Do you like ramen?
I mean, it's food.
It's weeb spaghetti.
Weeb spaghetti.
Anyone else excited for Borderlands 3?
Doesn't really jump out at you.
I'll take that as a maybe.
Yeah. I think it's saying something when I'm more excited for the remastered version of Borderlands 1 that they announced rather than 3.
I'm excited for the remastered version of Medieval. Oof,
Tell you what I'm excited for.
What?
Crash Team Racing remastered. Anybody? No? Why, you'll suck.
Yeah, probably.
Wow!
Crash Team Racing was Mario Kart for the PlayStation. It was fantastic.
Hi, Vivi. How you doing? Hi, and original.
Daga, you can clear the owner on Azurite again, and Riseroth, you can get it back.
Alright, cleared the owner. And hey, Vivi.
We are very colorful.
I mean, we're pretty kind of standard, and then we've got our Sparkle Dog DM.
I am not a sparkle dog.
Sparkle Barkle.
Tales of our endeavors proliferate.
Everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim,
Our community grows.
and this is Iron Fang Dungeons and Dragons. I'll turn it over to Daga now.
Hey, everybody. I am Daga, the Eternal Scribe. Thank you so much for joining me tonight and our wonderful adventure. Can I go ahead and just jump right into this? From your last time together, you all were on a boat heading north on a river in the desert towards the city of Fakiha. And it gets dark out, and naturally, you would like to sleep. All of you fall asleep. Normally, you're sleeping rather well. Until you fall into your worst nightmare. The thing that you fear most, a tangible presence before you. You are frozen, unable to speak, unable to move, unable to escape. Your fear looms ever closer, enveloping you in its own darkness, and all you can do is twist and writhe in the mental anguish that surrounds you. Until a thin ray opens your vision, and suddenly the fear is gone, vanquished by a new presence that now looks upon you. The voice is completely foreign, speaking in a language that your mind cannot comprehend, and yet you understand what it says. This was your last sleep. Your fear will forever follow you. Stay awake, stay vigilant. It approaches. Stop it. You awake with a start in the dead of the night, in a cold sweat. You look about, out of breath. You find something unfamiliar at the foot of where you sleep. A small ornate box inlaid with a gem the same color as your eyes. Inside, you find only an empty sack and a scrap of parchment depicting a map of your world with an X. On it are written only 4 words: go and stay awake. So you all have awoken. All of you are quite shaken from your nightmares, and you're holding a map in your hand. And you all can see that, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. And the map is showing you a path towards something called the Tranquility. You all told me your fears. How do you all react to the fact that each one of you just had a terrible nightmare about those specific fears?
I'm still terrified.
Rembrandt would immediately jolt up from his bed and checking outside the room to see if we're still en route to Fakiha, almost in a panic sweat.
You're still on the boat. It had been anchored on shore while you all slept during the night. But in your hand, you also have now this map showing you a pathway towards something called the Tranquility in the middle of the western part of the desert. A voice even told you to follow. So,
I'm questioning if I even want to follow this map out of nowhere after just experiencing a dream like that.
Rosalind gets up, walks over to Rembrandt, attempts to pick him up over her shoulder, yes, despite how small she is, and won't let go.
Rembrandt is extremely jumpy and probably the most nervous he's been in a long while. So good luck.
Jessica's gonna be curled up shaking.
Don't make me do this. We
Awesome.
know how your rolls have been.
You're gonna get contested. Can I have advantage because I'm scared as hell?
No.
Oh, I'm a
strong squirrel is strong.
My brother's probably gonna fight you at this point. He says, Rosalind, you need to put me down right now. You got this map too, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, everybody has a small ornate box with a gem the same color as your eyes inlaid on the top of it, and in it, each of you got this. In it was a map depicting the same thing with the same.
This has to be a prank or a trap. Should we explode the boat?
Isn't today the 1st of April? No, nothing.
No.
What was that?
Isn't today the 1st of April?
Oh, didn't even think about that.
Yeah. If that holiday was actually invented in Fikia, we'd all have to blame you because you're the everything. So I'm pretty sure Trickster is in your class repertoire somewhere.
Oh, so you're gonna bring class into this right now? Okay,
Yep.
let's go. Let's go. You gonna bring class into this?
Oh my god.
No, we're doing this. We're doing this. No. Rembrandt's gonna be very jumpy, and he'll say, let me see your maps, like everybody, like let's compare what we have here."
Give him my map.
Tranquility. Does anybody know what the Tranquility is?
The only
Not to
one
my
here who
knowledge.
knows the deserts is Kalami, really.
Gonna tell Rosalind to put me down. I'm gonna punch Rosalind to put me down. Rush over to where Kalani is and stir him awake. Oh, he's probably already awake, actually. And ask him if he knows where the Tranquility is.
I've
Kalani
never heard of
being
it.
Familiar with... Well, you being for the sake of you're familiar with the deserts, so for the sake of that, you would know that it's a small oasis that has some sort of trading post around it.
And I'd relay that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I find this to be really hard of a coincidence that we all got this. And looking at everybody, we're all pretty scared right now. I don't think this is... I think we should probably go.
A trading post wouldn't be a terrible decision.
We did lose most of our stuff in the shipwreck, too.
Okay, but first we have to tie this rope to each other.
You get that thing away from me.
Come on, Cleek. One of us. One of us.
Don't start. You don't even know what my name is, and that's triggering me. Ugh. I'm gonna grab my stuff and set ready to go to Tranquility.
I'm gonna go over to Shreshka and shake her a little bit to see if she's okay.
This one is not fine.
Oh,
Shreshka, I know you're not okay, but we kind of need to go where this is, this Tranquility place.
This was not leaving the boat.
Rosalind, do you wanna?
I'll carry Shreska.
All right.
All right, so y'all are. The boat was already ashore mostly, since you all were sleeping and didn't feel like having it just kind of aimlessly float down the river. And y'all are leaving the boat now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, you all hop off the boat. You see that mark?
Yes.
It was anchored there.
Curious,
it's night.
Curious light. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it was anchored there. And as you all get off, it's still the middle of the night. As you all get off, you see a shimmering form come around from these rocks. It's almost transparent. It's about like 4 foot tall, maybe, and it has the appearance of a tabaxi child. And it seems to actually be waving you over.
Do I recognize this figure?
You recognize it as a tabaxi child that is oddly shimmery and kind of translucent.
I think Rembrandt's gonna just begin to walk towards it slowly.
Reluctantly, I'm going to just kind of shuffle, follow.
Shreska's gonna follow now. Off the boat already.
Despite having been waving you over, as you do approach, he does kind of shy away for a moment, kind of almost taken aback by the fact that you would actually listen to his motion. And he looks at you, gathers himself, straightens his shoulders, rolls them back a little bit, as if he's trying to feign confidence. And
I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna stop right there. Not you. I'm gonna stop following. I'm kind of.
oh, okay.
Now I'm just waiting.
Okay. He's still. He doesn't speak. He doesn't say anything, but he nods and smiles. And his face is thankful, and yet you can kind of see that there's definite worry in his eyes. But again, he's feigning the confidence that he does have this all together, and he gestures you to follow him again.
Tales of our endeavors proliferate.
Thanks for that host, Evie. Rembrandt at this point is just going to follow, because this is probably it's a source of light, and right now he's pretty shaken right now, and he's going to follow it.
He makes sure to keep a slow pace, and he looks behind every few steps to make sure that the entire group is following. If it seems like anybody starts to follow behind, he actually stops and waits for everybody to catch up again before continuing. It's as if he doesn't feel safe alone, but he wants to lead you to where you need to be going. And again, his shoulders are up and back, and his chin is held high.
Could I make a perception check to see what's in our surroundings?
Absolutely. What is your passive perception actually? Because it's just dark out.
15.
Okay, yeah. Around your surroundings, it's mostly sand. There are hills and dunes to your southwest and northeast. There are some dead trees gathered around. It's just standard desert and hills.
And not really any sign of dangers? Or would you like me to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for that.
Alright.
Yeah, you don't really notice anything for the most part. You see mostly the small amount of light that Curious Light is, or the Tabaxi Child is emitting. And you see some other shimmers elsewhere beyond some of the hills, but you can't really place if it's the same kind of light source
Right.
as the Tabaxi Child.
And all my companions are still with me?
I'm sorry.
Everybody's still with me? Is everybody keeping up?
I'm with you, just some ways back and slowly shuffling forward.
Trashka would be pretty much the same, staying keeping her distance.
Forgot to give you all your tokens, sorry.
It's alright.
Tokens.
Alright, everybody's there.
Tokens.
You okay there?
Token song.
The Tabaxi Child continues forward a bit. As he moves up closer here, he looks ahead to the north and he stops in his tracks a bit. He kind of shakes his head and blinks his eyes, but he straightens his shoulders. But this time it takes a little bit longer for him to straighten himself up. He's starting to look a little frozen in his place. His confidence is definitely wavering a little bit.
If I were to catch up to him, to be within 5 feet of him, does his demeanor change?
It does not.
Okay, so I'll try to keep a pace within 5 feet of him.
He's still stopped standing, staring at the north towards the hills up there. And he's starting to shake a little bit. His confidence has pretty much completely melted away, but he doesn't seem to shy away from your approach this time.
I'll impose myself between the north and him, and I'll take a look at what's in that direction.
All right.
Would you like me to roll perception?
Yeah, go ahead. All right.
Oof.
You see a spider, a giant spider, come around a little bit from this hill. But this giant spider looks quite a bit different. It looks almost the same as the Tabaxi Child. It has that same shimmery effect. It's almost translucent, but it's still the same imposing giant spider. And it's looking right at you now, Rembrandt. It looks at you for only a moment though, and then it looks kind of through you and straight at the Tabaxi Child. And that's when the Tabaxi Child drops to the ground and curls up into the fetal position. And I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, well, lovely.
Oh man, I wonder what the Curious Light's gonna do on its turn.
Poof.
Baka.
Sorry, I was just trying to find a thing. Okay, it looks like Toby and Shreska actually both rolled 20s, it looks like, but the combat tracker put Toby above Shreska.
They
Should I
have a
just go with
higher
that?
initiative bonus.
Alright, cool, yeah.
Toby,
All right.
Toby
So,
has +4.
Toby,
You guys should also wipe the wounds that's carried over from the last time you were playing.
right, yes, you all have wounds. Please wipe those.
Wipe them with the paper.
Use both sides.
Toby's going to. He would have been about here. Toby will charge forward and attack.
Right on.
He's gonna go with his claws. Do either of them hit?
Sorry, the map was being weird and wouldn't get out of the way. The first one hit.
Alright, that's it for Toby. You want to actually set him on the combat tracker so I can just advance the turn?
He is on the combat tracker.
No, I
I
mean...
You need to click the little bubble next to him.
There we go.
Ah, there we go.
I shall cast Eldritch Blast at the spider. And yeah,
Okay, that missed.
turn order went missing.
Yeah, 1 second. Alright, as you're right.
Wait, why am I on the combat tracker? I'm not there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Get him out of here.
There we go. Alright. Kalani.
Kalani will do much the same. Charge and attack. He'll actually... Well, yeah, that'll work.
Oh,
Oof.
I don't think that will
Yeah.
work.
No. That didn't hit.
That was a nat 1 even.
Swing
Easy
wide.
cards, right?
Your target may make an attack of opportunity against you.
Alright, Mr. Spider is going to go at you with its little chompers. And unless a 9 hits you, then he missed.
It should say if you rolled on his token or the combat track.
Oh, that's right, on the combat tracker. I rolled it in the chat. My bad. But yeah, I got a 9.
Yeah, that's not gonna be hitting.
No.
He was too bedazzled by his sparkle dog eyes.
Ugh.
get used to it, Dagger. That's the common theme here.
Hypno eyes are not sparkle dog eyes. All right, Kalani, that was your turn, right?
Any bonus action? Oh.
Oh. Does he have a bonus action? I thought he did.
I don't know.
No, I advanced the turn.
Okay, cool. All right, Mr. Spider is going to try. It's gonna try to attack you again. Hopefully, work this time. And he missed again. And now it's up for Rosalind the squirrel.
Angry squirrel charging noises.
Angry squirrel charging noises.
I want to know what that sounds like. Can you give me an example?
I'm not sure I can reach that particular octave.
All right, fair enough.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, with that attitude.
And also it is 2:55 in the morning, so I am not going to start screaming down my microphone.
Not with that
That's
household.
a fair point.
Rembrandt, I will blend you.
Do that on the spider instead. Blend it with a hammer.
Uh, nope, apparently I won't.
Oh, God.
Ooh, big oof.
Another one.
That's 4 nat 1s in a row because 2 people rolled nat 1 on their initiative.
Yeah, but you can't really fail initiative.
Yeah.
That
But I'm
was a
just saying,
spell?
it sets the Oops. No, it was a physical attack.
Weapon, okay.
Bludgeoning.
Sidestepped. Swap places with the target and make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, fall prone.
Oh, that's awkward.
Well, I fall prone.
Oof.
Oh dear. Okay, so
You can
from-
apply the prone effect on Rosalind. That way it keeps track.
I think I may have done that right. Under the effects in the combat tracker, I just typed in prone after adding a line.
It might work. It keeps track when you do rolls on if they have advantage and stuff.
If you go up into the upper right, you'll see a little person icon. It's the effects menu. You can go
Yeah,
in there.
yeah. It actually
and
in the chat it's showing that it worked. Oh no, I put it on the wrong one. Maybe.
No,
you can
I just
and-
clicked it to see what happened.
Oh, okay.
You can just click and drag from the effects menu onto them to apply it.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
I am prone 3 times.
By Toby K.
There we go. Alright, so after Rosalind's embarrassing attempt to charge at the spider, from the hills and dunes to the west, another big old shimmery translucent spider comes around from the dunes.
Spooky.
And it moves towards Rembrandt and Curious Light, actually. And it actually shoots some webbies out at Rembrandt.
Webbies.
Don't
You're
start.
receiving Spidey's webbies.
Stop.
And I believe that would be a crit 20.
No,
All right.
These spiders are monstrous.
They're only a couple size. They're only a
What
size
kind of
category left.
damage?
Ranged.
What type of damage?
Oh, sorry.
Piercing, slashing, bludgeoning, magic.
Yeah, I'm looking for that. It doesn't
sticky.
say. Yeah, it doesn't actually say.
I just take damage, it says.
The target is restrained by webbing. As an action, the restrained target can make a DC 12 strength check, bursting the webbing on a success. The webbing can also be attacked and destroyed.
Oh, that doesn't sound
Okay,
like it's
so
something
it doesn't
that would
sound like.
crit.
Yeah, it's not something that it even needs to
Yeah.
roll an attack for.
Yeah. Well, it does. You do need to roll an attack for it, because it can still miss.
Okay, then he's
It just
just.
doesn't roll damage.
Then he's just bound.
He's just for sure bound.
Yes. I'm having an issue with this map. Give me 1 second.
Is it because you don't have it aligned to grid?
No, it's because I have the draw tool on and I moved it into a corner. And now I can't turn the draw tool off in order to drag it back better into my view.
Ah.
So I'm gonna try and remedy that. That did not work. Alright, I'll figure that out in a second. Alright, so we can keep going. Anyways, so Rembrandt is now restrained, and passing turn to Cleek.
Caw. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go right around there. And I'm going to whip Mr. Spider number 1 with Thorn Whip. Whoopsh.
Almost a nat
Yeah,
one.
that's not gonna hit.
What's going on?
This is
It's a
the
very
game
good weapon.
paying us back for all our 20s last week.
Yeah.
Also,
All
we
your-
haven't
all
had
your
Toby Kale
20s.
crit yet. We haven't had Toby Kale crit yet. That's the problem.
I pass turn.
So I'm currently restrained. Did you say I could take an action to try to break out of it?
Yes, you can. You can do a strength check.
Oof. Okay.
Not bad.
You burst the webbing.
Nice. That's my action, all right?
Yes, that is your action.
Okay. I'll
You need to scream, "Oh yeah!" as you do it.
Oh yeah.
rather not to alarm my brothers, I will impose myself between both spiders and protect Curious Light. I will grant a bardic inspiration to Kalani, and then pass my turn. I should actually do that.
Yeah, and the poor Tabaxi child is still in the fetal position. He's absolutely terrified. He doesn't do a dang thing. And that would go to Toby.
Toby will move and attack. Does that hit?
Yes, that one does. Shreshka.
Yes, hello.
It is your turn.
Yes. This one would like to attempt to cast Toll of the Dead on Astral Spider 1.
Yeah, I failed that, so...
Oof.
Ooh, yeah, the, Mr. Astral Spider doesn't look too well. It kind of rears back, screeches, and instead of falling dead, it kind of bursts into a shimmery little sprinkle of shimmers.
Awesome. Light shows.
Mr. Astral Spider number 2, I don't feel so good.
Let's go clip that.
Well then.
And it is Kalani's turn.
Kalani will charge and attack the other one.
That hits.
And that is it for him.
Alright, charging squirrel. Oh wait, you're prone.
I'll
You
use
can
half
still get up.
I'll use half my movement to unprone myself.
Perfect.
Disenprone.
Yes, I will disemprone myself. I'm disinclined to acquiesce your prone quest.
God.
And then I shall... It's hard to determine what's grid squares on this.
Yeah, the grid was really wonky on this. I apologize. I did the best I could within what Incarnate had for their grid. Do your best with it. I like tried 20 times to get it as perfect as I could.
Is there a measurement tool in this like there is in Roll20?
Yes.
If you also set yourself to target the Astral Spider, it will also give you the measurement if you go over your
I'm trying, but I can't seem to do it.
Okay, on the map, right click, go to pointers, the little arrow, draw arrow, and then click and drag, and it'll give you a line that you can then click on and move Usually, he doesn't want to work for me right now, but there you go.
Okay. So I am going to. I'm not going to be able to reach that half movement. I shall use my fighting spirit. If I'll drop it in chat. There we go. To give myself advantage and 5 temporary hit points. I will move the rest of my movement closer, which is about 50 foot. And then I will throw a hand axe at.
Alright.
I need to juggle tabs here.
Yeah, that would be a hit.
Oof.
That was a good hit, too.
Yep. And that'll be me.
Alrighty. So, this astral spider, it's kind of not too happy after having just seen its buddy get snapped. So it's gonna take a little bit of a step forward towards Kalani and give him a good old chomp.
Little kiss on the cheek.
Bring it, bitch.
Nom nom nom.
And that hit.
I'm gonna push my no button.
Ooh. Sorry, Dagger. He pushed the no button. Sorry.
What?
I'm
Yeah.
pushing the no button.
Elaborate.
The no button.
Alright,
He,
well, God.
There you go. So that damage is now negated. Click, your turn.
I must whip something.
And whip it good.
Cool whip. You are really bad at cool whipping.
And that's
Cool
like
whip.
my highest modifier. I'm just not good at roll.
Yeah, that super duper didn't hit.
When you guys have a minute, Zerf and I have invented a new sport, and it's in the group chat.
oh no. Oh my god.
Rembrandt will cast Vicious Mockery at this spider.
Oh, jeez.
Come on, Rembrandt, what's your vicious mock this time? Are you gonna tell it it
Oh,
has
I
feelings?
failed. I failed.
I tell it, how many legs does it take to fail this save? I say 8.
Whoa. Alright.
Turn.
And,
Can I kneel down to the Curious Light and tell it to stand tall as he was before? And then I my turn.
Alright, yeah. The Tabaxi child, it seems to kind of take a moment for your words to reach him, but he looks up at you and he sniffs and nods and slowly stands to his feet and and puts his shoulders back and his chin high again. But he's still kind of shaking because there are giant spiders around. Alright, and that's to you, Toby.
Spiders. Why did it have to be spiders? And anybody ever notice how there's never normal size? No, just massive ones with fangs that are bigger than your body.
I think they're kind of cute.
Then again, now that I'm talking about it, it would be more terrifying if they had, if it were just normal sized spiders and swarms of them crawl. Okay, I'm stopping that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably just not continue that.
Probably not.
I should like to tame one and ride it into battle.
I used to have a pet tarantula.
It's too fast.
Is it less than half health?
Yes.
Does that hit?
Yes. It's now at, yeah, it's now at no health. It just kind of, it does the same thing that the other spider does. It bursts into shimmery shimmies and dissipates into the air.
Toby jumps over it and just kind of smacks it with his tail, and it just poof.
Yep. Poof.
And unfortunately, this one does not have another mystery spider to complain to.
So, as that other spider dissipates into the air, this Tabaxi child, having been roused and encouraged by Rembrandt, looks at all of you, smiles, nods, and he just keeps nodding. He's pretty happy. His confidence is slowly coming back, and he quickly waves you on to follow him again. And he takes off to the northwest. That's the northwest, yes.
I'm gonna give just a short healing word to Kalan.
Well, how short is your healing word?
I think it was he, and I missed the L off the end.
It's now helling word. I don't know.
Helling word.
I like it. I like it.
Compelling word. I compel you to heal thyself.
Well, it was enough.
Rosalind again is going to take on like this sort of northeastern flank.
And Rembrandt is on guard as sort of an escort.
You are an escort. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right?
Anybody? No?
No. Nobody.
No.
So he just continues to the.
I'm wondering what Trusk is doing.
Oh.
Treska's a lizard.
Yeah.
She must sunbathe for at least 4 hours a day.
As you continue to that northwest, you start to see some tents and stuff come into view, along with four large fire pits that are currently just smoldering embers. And the Tabaxi child kind of quickly jogs towards the bigger tent. Actually, you know what? It would help you if y'all could see the map I'm looking at right now. There we go. So the Tabaxi child comes and starts going towards this bigger tent here. He stops for a moment and turns to the group, make sure everybody's following him, and he gestures you to follow him inside, and he ducks in.
Kalani's going to use sense alcohol.
It's a racial trait.
No, it's just a special trait. Is there any alcohol nearby?
No, actually, there's not.
Well, guys, there's
The
nothing here for
entire-
us. I'm leaving.
The village, the tents and the gathering of tents and such that you come to, it's very reminiscent of standard tabaxi travelers and such, and it's settled along a small oasis, and nothing is happening in this small tent village right now. Nothing at all. It's completely quiet. It's silent. All you know is that you saw this tabaxi child that you were following go into this larger tent up here.
And then all you hear is, Tabaxi has wares. You have the boy.
Oh my god.
As we approach, Rembrandt's gonna don on his fine clothing that's ruined. He's gonna make it as like a makeshift shawl to wear over his head.
I thought you already turned it into a turban twice.
Well, it's re-turbanized. And he'll begin to peek his head into the tent.
I'm gonna take a quick look around this place.
Daga, I would like to
And then I'm gonna
purchase
head in.
the wondrous item that is 3D printer Rembrandt, because he seems to keep 3D printing his ruined clothes.
Very handy.
How much would it be for this wondrous item?
Reconciling with
I don't know,
Rembrandt.
I gotta get back to you on that one. But everybody just kind of wanders into the tent after the tabaxi child.
Well, I mean, it would kind of be rude to just wander through the side of the tent now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, good point. So as
Kalani
you
would
all
like to
enter
do
the-
so anyways.
I'm sorry.
Kalani would like to wander through the side of the tent anyways.
All right.
So
All right.
oh.
So as everybody enters through the entrance, besides Kalani, as everybody else enters through the entrance, what they see is the shimmering tabaxi child sitting next to an older tabaxi male. He seems very regal, but he's not wearing really any fancy clothing for the most part. He's just kind of there, sitting next to this tabaxi child, and as you enter, he looks at you for a moment, starts to say something, and then turns his... Lonnie wanders in through the side of the tent. And at this point, he seems kind of bewildered. His mouth hangs open, and he just closes his eyes, shakes his head, and takes a breath. And before looking at you again. Also inside the tent, next to the tabaxi child and this elder tabaxi, is a silver fox. And as you enter, she just looks at you. She seems also shaken as the rest of you were when you awoke on the boat originally. But she stays quiet as you enter. The tabaxi elder takes another moment to look you over, and when he does... What was that, Kalani?
I'm
What are you
stabbing the evil fox.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Here,
No,
let
wait,
me,
can
let
we
me
take
do
a
this
time
better.
out. I would like to call a group decision to knock the fox out kidnap them, stick them in a room with cultists, and undead 42 zombies.
For some reason, that sounds like a really good idea.
I say we hang him, then we kill him. I say we let him go.
So, the Tabaxi Elder looks you over for another moment. And then kind of tilts his head to the side and says, I guess you're what that strange voice told me I was supposed to be waiting for. I gotta say, I don't know what I expected, but I kind of expected more. And he turns to the Tabaxi child, pats his head, and says, thank you for bringing them here, Curious Light. You did well. He takes another moment, he looks over the child, and then he sees how kind of Curious Light seems to be, and he turns to the group of you and he says, did you come across any trouble on your way here?
This one dealt with spiders.
Spiders. Normal spiders or something else?
This one saw giant spiders.
Well, yes, unfortunately, those happen to be normal in this desert. I mean, did they happen to look like my grandson here?
Yes.
No, not at all.
Your grandson has a pretty pale
Starters-
complexion. Are you feeding him all right?
For starters, they had 8 legs and he's got 2. They also had big, gnarly fangs that they bit me with. He doesn't really have those big of fangs. So no, they don't look at all like him.
Well, I was expecting more, but I wasn't expecting so much sass. I meant, were they shimmery the way that my grandson is?
Oh, yes. Talking to me about sass. You're the one that's not being clear here.
That's what I was worried about. I'm sorry, was someone else speak?
No, sorry.
That's what I was worried about. He sighs, shakes his head again, turns to the fox sitting next to them, and he says, show me again that box and that map.
Nod would come from her, and she would proceed to procure the said box and showing at the.
He takes it. He takes the box and the map from you. The map that you had was slightly different, as you were kind of off somewhere else. But you happened to be heading towards this trading post anyways. But he takes the box and he holds it in his hands and he looks to the others in the group and he says, tell me, did you all find one of these as well?
Rembrandt would take out his own map and he'll show it and he'll nod.
I'll pull my map out as well.
This one will
But
share
I
their
won't
map.
nod.
But
I
I
get-
won't nod.
I think it's safe to say we all received a map.
Yeah. He looks at each of the boxes, to each of your faces, and nods again. Oh, and I should say, this tabaxi is not shimmery. This is just normal tabaxi.
Mm.
I missed that little detail. My apologies. But he nods and says, okay, so you all did receive them. So you are the ones I was waiting for then. And he seems to get lost in thought for a moment, looking away and down to the floor as he continues to hold the fox's box in his hand.
Remember, I would chime up and say, are these maps you're doing?
No, actually, they are not. I believe they were the doing of the same being that told me to wait for you all.
Hmm.
And now seeing these boxes, I have an idea of who is behind this. He trails off again.
Are we supposed to wait in suspense?
He trailed off.
He trailed off.
Yeah.
I mean, if you would sit there silently waiting for him to speak again, then feel free.
I mean, don't be rude. God, don't be rude like Kalani coming into the side. I like to think that Toby Kale is like poking his head out from the side now.
Tubby Kale's probably harassing the other tent, looking for meat.
No, he's sniffing around for booze.
Okay.
So, after the tabaxi trails off and gets lost in thought for a couple more seconds, he shakes his head as if he's bringing himself back to his own awareness, and he looks to the group, then to the fox, and then back to the group, and he says, "You don't have any idea what's happened, do you?" Tell me, did you have horrendous nightmares?
Remember, I would seize up as he said that, and he'll look to the others and nervously nod.
I'm gonna look back and just be like, what kind of nightmare?
Something that could potentially have something to do with the worst thing you could ever fear?
I'm gonna look away and fervently deny nightmare.
Roll persuasion. But no, the Tabaxi Elder, he sighs again and he says, "Well,
Oh my god.
A flat D20.
oh, jeez."
Disgusting!
Why can't I do this any other time?
You
Aside.
wasted that roll, jeez.
Yeah. What the hell?
So, oof, wow, lost my train of thought. That sucks. He sighs again and says, "Yes, well, I guess except for the bird, you all did have these nightmares of your worst fear. These boxes, those nightmares, your being here, it tells me who is behind this. And by this, I mean the entire world is kind of asleep right now, save for a select few, namely me and you lot."
What about your son?
My grandson is also asleep, and he gestures to a darker corner of the tent where you can actually see a small tabaxi child curled up on a sleeping mat, sleeping quite soundly. And he gestures to the shimmery form of the same tabaxi child, and he said, "This is his astral form. As far as I know, everybody is asleep, as is he, but there have been some who take on this form for some reason. I don't know why. It also happens to be a form that I can take on willingly when I sleep. I am one of the few in the world that religiously practice dream magic. And that is why I am familiar with the god who is behind this. Nessarian. You all, I assume, were sent to me by the same voice that told me to wait for you. And all I know is that I'm supposed to help you stay awake. Because if you fall asleep at this point, you will not be waking up.
But the only spell I know how to cast is sleep. Nobody?
Where's the coffee?
What's a coffee? And does it have alcohol in it?
I can.
Yeah, just add some of that good old Irish cream.
That's actually really good.
Oh,
What's
Jesus.
an Irish?
And Irish is me.
I mean, when I grew up in Scotland, my uncles used to add a shot of whiskey to my coffee all the time.
Oh yeah, when I have whiskey available, I do that. My favorite cold remedy is the hot toddy.
Yep.
Toddies are good. I keep a bottle of whiskey at my house just for that.
I should start doing that.
You
But
might
yeah.
want to open it every Monday now.
Yeah. But so this Tabaxi Elder told you that this god Nessarian is behind this. That this Tabaxi is a practicer of dream magic, and it's why he wasn't affected by whatever has kept everybody else asleep. And he looks at you and he says, I was given instruction to wait for you. You were obviously given a map leading to me. What other instruction do you have? I know I'm supposed to help you stay awake, but why? Did you have anything else telling you what needed to be done?
I look around.
Anybody?
Kalandi will match Cleek and stare at him threateningly.
I'll remind you that the words on your maps all say "Go, stay awake," and that the voice during your dreams said that you have to stop whatever is approaching.
How can we stay
All of you saw these words on your maps, and all of you heard that in your dream.
And remember, we're to tell the person that.
The Tabaxi Elder nods and says, "Right, stop it. If it means stop Nessarian, that's going to be strange."
Hello?
Sorry, my dog started to bark, and I wanted to take the mic off sound first.
Oh, I disconnected for about 2 minutes there.
Oh, sorry. You back though? Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, the Tabaxi Elder says if it means stop Nessarian, it's going to be hard, considering they're a god. But if it means stop this sleep, that might be possible. But I still need to keep you all awake somehow. And I think I know how. But I need some things.
It doesn't sound like it's a pleasant procedure, is it?
I mean, it depends on how competent you are all as whatever sort of adventurer you are.
As long as it doesn't require us to hit each other, I think we'll be fine.
Hit each other? No. Hit some more of those strange astral creatures that you saw on the way here? Yes.
Oof.
I need their essence, their e-core, if you will. And if I have that, then I might be able to craft something to keep you awake.
What of the two spiders that we killed? Is it possible we could get their? All we saw was their essence like, dissipate into the air. How would we get it?
They may not have been strong enough. Only certain creatures from this realm of Nasirian, only certain astral creatures carry this essence. And it's normally the bigger, meaner ones.
Isn't it always?
It seems that way, yes.
As long as you're not going to ask us to gather legs and somehow we kill 30 of them and not a single leg drops, I think we're okay.
I'm not going to do that to you guys.
I also wish to reject any quest which is gather 10 bear arses.
It's like there's no legs on any of these horses or anything.
So the Tabaxi Elder, he seems to catch himself in mid-thought, and he shakes his head and he says, "Oh, I suppose I should give you my name. It is Mist in the Morning." And he looks to all of you and he says, what are your names? If I'm to keep you awake, if I'm to help you in some way, I may as well have some sort of acquaintance with you.
I am High Guard Captain Kalani Darrow of Fakiha.
Rembrandt will introduce himself as Rembrandt. He also hails from Fakiha. And he'll crack a smile and say, "Mist in the Morning seems a little bit ironic for our current state, isn't it?"
He chuckles a little bit and nods and he says, yes, I would say it.
This one is Shreshka, coming from the marshes.
I introduce myself as Cleek. Hail from the wood. I don't have one place. I'm a wanderer.
A wanderer, and he will wander.
Oh my god.
The Tabaxi looks to the squirrel then, and then to the fox, as if waiting for either of you to introduce your.
My name is Azurite Silkpaw. I also come from Fakiha.
Silkpaw? I thought your last name was Swiftpaw.
I actually barked on the names. It's my bad.
I watched it actually correct itself.
I am Roslyn. I hail from Quintal.
Well, it certainly is a pleasure to meet such a ragtag group of people who happen to be awake right now. He taps his chin for a moment, and he says, yes, I actually do think I know where you might be able to find some of this essence that I need." And he He says, my son actually went to the south end of the oasis, trying to find clues to something. And I should say my son is in the same form as my grandson here. It seems the fact that I practice dream magic has some sort of effect on my bloodline and stops them from being fully affected by sleep magic. Honestly, I don't know. Dream magic is a very strange thing. He trails off again. Then he stops and he catches himself and he gets back on point. He says, yes, my son should be at the south end of the oasis, and I believe before he left he said that he had seen some of these creatures, so there may be some down there. And I'd like somebody to go check on him anyways.
I'm sorry, but every time you say essence, all I hear in my head is must collect essence. Apparently we're Zerglings now.
We
Build
require
more
more fisting,
overlords.
yes.
You must construct additional pylons.
Spawn more overlord.
Should we continue on and slay the creatures in the south? Might as well just do two birds with one stone while we're there.
I would like to ask a question in private.
Are you talking to Miss?
To Mist.
Absolutely, yeah, sure. And he stands and steps out of his tent, waiting for you to follow.
To where?
Outside the tent.
I'm already outside the tent.
Cleek and his 300 IQ bird brain, he was already one step ahead.
What is it you wanted to ask me?
Well, I was wondering. You see, I'm having some trouble performing during our quest, and I was hoping maybe you have a staff nearby I may use.
Oh, if you're having trouble with that, I think Rembrandt can
I will
probably
stab you in the throat.
Rembrandt can probably
That's
help
a
you,
bit
you know,
harsh.
with getting
This is a
getting
private
those things
conversation.
going. Kalani is exercising his metagaming feat to just be here and talking to you.
Just realize how small the tokens are compared to the actual thing.
Yeah, I was just wondering if maybe you had an extra quarterstaff laying around that I may use on my journey.
I do not currently, but if you actually look to the shore of the oasis just to the south of us through the village, then there are trader carts, but obviously all of the people who run them are currently asleep in their tents, and I'm not one to rifle through their wares.
Ah, well, thank you for that information. That is all.
Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't help you.
No, you were more than helpful.
But if at some point my clan wakes up, then the trade carts will be active again. You could most certainly speak to Active Storm. She runs the armor and weapons trade cart. I'm sure she'd be willing to help you if she ever wakes up.
Yeah, sure. I will take my leave.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I will take my leave.
Okay. And Mist also goes back into the tent. And he looks at everybody.
Mist, how are we to collect this essence?
Those bags. You also received small empty sacks in your box, I believe.
Is that what they're for?
I believe so. The one that the fox here showed me, I recognize the strange energy coming from it. It has to do with the sleep realm. And you were told to help in some way. I was told to help you in some way. It's what I can guess. You can try. I have no other way for you to collect this essence other than these bags that most certainly came from the Sarian's realm.
And of your son, is he a hardened warrior? Do we need to watch out for him, or would you like us to keep an eye on him?
He will not. He is a fighter, but in his current astral form, there isn't much that he can do. Nothing can truly interact with him or hurt him besides the sleep realm creatures.
Okay.
And if his astral form is destroyed by those creatures, then he dies.
Then we know what to do. As Rembrero wave off to Mist, leaving.
Is everybody following along?
Yes.
I'm just making a note real quick. Give me 1 second.
The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah.
So the obvious way we solve this quest, right, is we kill all the sleeping tribe members and then we don't have anyone to protect.
Oh, what? What is your alignment?
Mine?
I agree with this plan.
Oh God.
But the will part us with confusion, hurrah. He really has no clue what we are doing. But we keep on marching on all the way into the throng of combat.
As we are leaving,
I will beat you with a wet noodle. I was singing a lovely song, and you come in with your talking and interrupt my beautiful music. You are
and your
a
words out of your
horrible
mouth.
asshole.
Wow.
Language,
Wow.
please.
Bitches, please, you're both ugly.
I
How can
was
we get on with it?
monologuing here.
I was mono singing.
I'm a pretty lizard.
Truly, the only beautiful one here is I, Rosalind.
So anybody else want some squirrel steaks for dinner?
Yes.
Rosalind, any objections there?
I mean, you say it like I haven't eaten my own kind before.
That has very creepy connotations.
Let's just say that my best friends are always with me.
Until they pass through you.
Shh.
Sorry, one second. I'm sorting a map real quick.
Go ahead, keep at it. As we are getting outside,
Bad DM.
you all would see Rembrandt suddenly turn around, brandish his rapier, and come after hold on, Azurite.
That will hit.
The blow is feigned, and he is expecting your next attack.
Give me a moment. Having to remember. There it is. Actions. She will come back with the Wakizashi.
I'm hurt, Rembrandt. You never spar with me.
Our blows clash there for another moment as he goes out for one more slice.
Fails miserably.
Well, let's see what Azurite has.
Wow, this is actually rather accurate. Thanks.
What are you guys doing?
As Rembrandt goes to take another attack at Azurite, he slips and stumbles and is taking a knee as he laughs and says, "How many is that now? Are you in the lead by 1 or 2?"
We'll call it about 2.
As he'll stand up and then grasp Azurite by the forearm and giving a bit of a friendly hug and saying, "It's good to see you again."
God
Indeed it is.
damn it, Rembrandt. Could you not bring your work home?
Rembrandt
He beat me
doesn't
to
even,
it.
doesn't even look at his way. Just flips him a bird.
Kalani is going to storm up.
Fleek has been flipped.
Kalani's going to storm up to Azurite. All right, you listen here. Rembrandt is recovering from that life, and I would appreciate it if you and your money take it elsewhere.
He puts his shield over his Kalani's face and just mushes him a little bit out of the way. And he'll say, "So what have you been up to?" Like, it's really
Rembrandt,
disturbing
you
see
are trying to
awake at this
recover
time."
from this.
I'm gonna bap him in the head a little on the nose. I'm like, "Shush."
It has been going well, as you can surmise. And what is this about recovering?
It's a long, long story about what I expect from Kalani.
Kalani just got sassed. Sassed so hard he rolled a 1.
Man, I didn't know Mocking Blow worked on acrobatic.
And he already used his no button.
Do you want to?
Technically, Vicious Mockery makes him at disadvantage on his next a attack or ability.
Interpreting
Save, I
vague
think it
answer
is.
as yes.
I love you.
Would you like to use your bardic inspiration to fix that?
No.
Anyway,
Alright.
Rembrandt would
Where's the crit fail
introduce
card?
Rembrandt would introduce Azurite to the group and say that this is an old friend of mine. You can trust her.
I will have
Rembrandt,
to say,
we all know that when you say old friend, you're meaning one of your old clients.
Rembrandt's going
You
to
don't
boop him on the
do
nose
that
again.
life anymore.
Rembrandt boops him on the nose again.
Azurite is quite confused, but continues with what she's about to say. You need to work on your disguise, by the way.
Disguise? What disguise?
Rembrandt looks to you and
Rembrandt,
just
what are you
says-
talking about? What is she talking about?
Rembrandt's wearing like a little shawl right now. I mentioned that he was doing that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Maybe Rembrandt's a high class prostitute.
Very high in demand.
I don't
Very
know. She
high
doesn't
in
look very
demand.
high class to me.
and that's why you failed in your acrobatics.
Oof.
Boom, right in your face.
I mean, you did put a shield in his face.
And as we wait for everybody to come out of the tent,
Yeah, my map's all set up. It was just I had to add tokens to things.
Oh no.
What is that?
It means I'm attempting to do something and I'm not succeeding. And that means I'm happy.
Oh.
Welcome
Damn
to
it, Clink,
streaming.
we're supposed to get a gold chocobo out of you, not a brown chocobo.
Dump a brown chocobo on your chest.
I want a picture of Cleek tripping. Just said flipping the Cleek.
I just want a picture of like 6 chocobos and the chocobo races, and then just Clink just standing beside them, like, where the fuck am I?
That's such a game.
My chocobo's broke.
Tiger, that's up to you.
Oh,
See, I knew Vivi would like the chocobo.
Sam, can we go to intermission
Why?
for 10 minutes? Oh, if you read chat.
I gotta take my doggo out.
Don't make me blend you.
This is kind of a good like pause point as far as
Yeah, we are 2 hours in roughly.
Look at the time go by. I like toaster strudels.
Indeed, those are good.
They're amazing. Which one's your favorite toaster strudel?
Oh god. What was like the cinnamon swirl one?
But yes, Sim, were we going to intermission so I can take my dog out real quick?
Fine.
Thank you. My dog appreciates it, truly.
Cinnamon
You
roll
guys,
is
you gotta
probably
send
the one
picture of
you're
your
thinking
doggo.
I'm sorry.
Show picture of doggo.
I don't actually have one on my computer. I'll send one via mobile while I'm outside.
Ugh. So you're
There's
gonna
a
send us
s'mores
a
one.
picture of your dog taking a dump?
No, I'm gonna take you a picture of my dog that I took while she was sleeping one day.
His dog's making a brown chocobo.
Okay, I
Go, Dagger.
thank you.
That timing was perfect.
Well, guys, I guess we are on intermission because the DM decides to be a responsible pet owner and take their pet outside.
What a blasphemy.
He interrupted the flow of D&D just for a freaking dog. Anyways, we'll be back.
Is pancakes or waffles better?
It depends on your preference if you want crunchy or not crunchy. Oh my goodness, there's a Oreo toasted strudel. Oh, I
Yes.
haven't had strudels in so long.
Strudels are great.
Cheers, mate!
Actually, I think it's been so long I haven't had them since elementary school.
I had one yesterday, that's why I brought it up.
Ooh, cream cheese and strawberry.
That actually sounds pretty good. How about bacon pancakes? Hey guys, we have Dega's Instagram, I think is what it is.
I don't have his Instagram.
Oh, it's Dark Fruit.
Am I doing it right?
Excellent.
All your base are belong to us.
Oh god, no. I remember when I was in like elementary school, that was like the biggest.
Where's that even from?
It was
A
an old-
game.
It was a game, and someone remixed it into like a song, and the game that was like a very early me.
It says in the chat. And since Bueasels never uses it.
Hold it!
That was way too loud. I need to reduce the sound of that, the volume of that one.
What is views? Oh,
I always knew Bueasels was a sub.
He is whatever they pay him to be.
But yeah, how'd you like my merch advertising scheme?
The details is fuzzier than a wolver's butthole.
It was adequate. And they can still hear us, by the way.
yes.
Oh god, why?
Twitch chat.
Because I'm too lazy to mute us.
Twitch chat. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Or toaster strudels?
Waffles. Always waffles first.
Bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Don't you know about the bird? Well, Peter's gonna tell you about the bird. Well, a bird, 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 well, a bird.
Well, that's the click signal triggered.
Yep. And who hath summoned me? By the way, I'm still super stoked about the Cleek T-shirt. I can't wait for that to arrive.
Expected arrival of
We are the Borg.
9,
Lower your shield
9,
and surrender your
9,
ships. We will
9,
add your
9,
biological and
9
technological distinctiveness to our own.
years.
Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
Just like Sim's Satisfactory project.
One of my favorite reactions are
This part is, it never sounds that good when you actually use it in game.
not. There is no try.
Start the game already!
My opinion of this situation in a nutshell.
Red alert! All hands to battle stations!
Unacceptable!
I'm torn between requesting to put in the Kafka laugh or Dance Magic Dance.
Yes!
Computer, play Magic Dance.
Here's Magic Dance from your library on Amazon Music.
The babe with the power. Power of voodoo. Who do you do? Why? My baby crying hard as babe could cry. What could I do? My baby's love had gone. My baby blue. Nobody knew what kind of magic spell to use. Slime or snails, puppy dog tails, thunder or lightning. And baby said, dance, magic dance, dance, magic dance. Let the baby spell on me. Jump, magic jump, jump, magic jump. Let that baby make him free. Baby, crying hard as babe could try. What could I do? My baby's love had gone. It left my baby blue. Nobody knew what kind of magic spell to use. Oh, puppy dog tails, thunder or lightning. And baby said, magic dance, Dance, magic dance.
magic dance, magic.
Spell me the baby, make it free.
I am back, by the way.
Well, now we've got to let it finish. There's no way I'm interrupting David Bowie.
I agree.
David Bowie?
Well, it's basically over now. Computer, stop. You get that.
You remember that one time when you kept activating Alexa by saying Rembrandt?
Hello.
How can I help you?
We can't do anything.
You can't.
I'm sorry.
Activate prostitution.exe.
Or maybe you can help a little bit.
Can we play now? Like she said, can we play now? Damn it!
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Finally!
Oh, Nina.
Okay. Well, it's up to you.
Alright, so yeah, we're getting right back to it. You all were just told that you should travel to the south edge of the oasis in order to try and find one of these astral creatures that you need the essence of. And you were told that the elders miss in the morning's sun in astral form should also be down at the southern edge of the oasis.
Alright then.
So what you're saying is we should collect the essence of the creature and the sun, and then bring it back, because there'll be more essence.
No.
Not to leave the room, even if you come and get him.
This isn't Bioshock 2.
But I just want to collect Adam!
So, as you all are gathered outside of the tent, suddenly Curious Light, the Tabaxi child, also leaves the tent and rushes to the front of your group. And he, once again, gestures for you to follow. He knows exactly where his father is, so he's going to lead you to him.
Don't you mean brother?
He knows the way.
He knows the way.
Don't you mean brother?
So he quickly moves south through the village, and as he does so, he goes through the 5 merchant carts here, and you can see that they are like normally filled with things, but everything is locked up and put away as it is the middle of the night. So Curious Light continues on towards the southern edge here.
Shreska dies in the fire.
Gotta keep warm.
Gotta keep warm.
Rembrandt would tell Curious Light, do you think you can point us to where it is? Because it would be hard to guard you and your brother.
Father.
Didn't Miss say that was her son?
The Tabaxi child is the elder's grandson. The Tabaxi at the southern edge of the oasis is the elder's son.
Mm.
So it's Curious Light's father.
Okay.
Family tree. So confusing.
Father, grandson, it's all the same to you, Tabaxi.
Wow, racism aside. He'll tell Curious Light that it's easier to protect. It'll be harder to protect both of you. So just point us to where to go and stay here.
Curious Light seems a little sad. his shoulders fall a bit, and he looks to the ground for a moment, but he takes a deep breath, looks back up at you, Rembrandt, and nods, and he turns back to the south and points the way. And when he does so, you see the northern edge of this new map here that you should all have just popped up for you.
Yes.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
Wow,
the northern
Rembrandt,
edge.
you have no tact as a mother.
You also see a ghostly tear fall down his cheek.
As he goes to go back, by the way,
And
Can I-
then his
are they,
mouth
like-
opens impossibly wide, filled with row upon row of sharp, fierce teeth. His eyes glow red and he lunges for your throat.
For a kiss.
Can we
Well.
stop describing like 90% of my actual characters?
as he goes back, by the way, is he like corporeal? Can I like, would my hand go through him, or?
It would.
All right. Well, he would place it on where the shoulder would be, and he says, "Don't worry. Back where we found you, you already proved yourself. There's nothing else to prove."
At your words, his shoulders lift again. His chin once again is in the air, and his smile grows, and he nods. And if he could, he would hug you. Instead, his smile just gets bigger, and he takes off back towards the tent.
And then remember, we'll look to Rosin and be like, "There's the mother instincts. Suck it."
Wait, mother? Rembrandt, I didn't know that. Oh.
Now
So you
get it
were a
now.
lady of the night.
You get it now, don't you?
Yes, it all makes sense. Does this
And
mean
then
you've got
remember-
little rugrats running around?
Rembrandt would lean over to Azurite and just be like, "These guys will believe anything you tell them. It's really amazing. Like, watch." As he'd be like, "Yeah, they're all over the place. I'm kind of used to it." And he just keeps talking as he's walking along with Kalani.
Okay. So, kind of in the very southern corner, as you start to get closer, since it is in the middle of the night, you start to see
I
slight
surmise
glimmer.
our way is lit via moon.
I'm sorry.
Is our way lit by moonlight?
Yeah, it's a pretty clear night. You can see. You can see. I'm not going to worry about
Alright.
dark vision or anything here, but because it is still dark, off in the distance towards the southern corner of this oasis, you can see a slight glimmering start to come into view.
How far away is this glimmering?
However far away the grid says this.
It matters because Shreshka has 120 feet of dark vision.
As I said, I'm not going to worry about dark vision.
It's not even dark vision, I just see clearly.
Yeah. So you can see the glimmering, but you can't really tell what it is. It's about I just did a quick square count, it's maybe 80 feet away.
With the shield drawn, we'll make our way cautiously towards it.
Was I completely on? Because I see somebody measuring right now. Was I super
It's
off?
80 down to the very bottom, and then about 100 to the far right from where Shretska is.
Okay, yes, I was close enough. But you were saying Rembrandt with shield drawn.
We'll begin to cautiously approach.
All right, you can go ahead and move your tokens, or your token. So it's just you.
Shreshka? Okay.
Gotta go
Shretska
for
is
a
going
swim.
back to her homeland. Bye.
My people need me.
And Sandy Squirrel flew away to his home planet, beat up all the bad guys.
Home planet? What planet are you from?
Screw you guys, I'm going back to Eberron.
So, as you continue to approach, the glimmering does start to become a bit more clear. You can see 6 figures at the very southern edge of this oasis. Bye, Shreshka.
That was by accident.
Sure.
And you can see that 5 of them are surrounding the other one. And you can see that the 6...
Aw,
in
group
the middle-
hug.
You can see that the 6th figure in the middle is resembling a tabaxi. And the other 5 figures are closing in on it very quickly.
Rosalind's gonna yell at the top of her voice, "Oh, you cunts!"
Rembrandt would rush over to that creature's defense.
Right before you get there, the male tabaxi astral figure is overcome by the basilisk, and it is taken down and quite visibly shredded before your eyes, and within moments the figure falls away into the same sprinkling shimmeries that the spiders fell into when they were killed.
See, I know we're all thinking it, but I'll just say it. Murdering him earlier would have been a mercy.
And I would like everybody to roll for initiative.
Is it possible to charm the basilisk?
It might be.
Can I use my lizard charm to try charming the basilisk?
Did Toby roll, or did I miss that?
Toby has not rolled yet.
Never has Kalani, I don't think.
No, he did not.
Or Cleek.
Neither have I. Hang on. Oh wow, how did that?
Rosalind used her surprise round to shout out, "Oh, you cunt," to try and psychically harass them.
You mean vicious
I would-
mockery?
Yeah, I would like I would like them all to roll a D100 Wisdom saving throw, and if they and if they fail, they must take a 2d20 damage. Psychic.
Sounds legit.
Yep. That is the power of the Scroll Inquisition.
Alright, well, it looks like Toby is up, and before that, so just for a quick recap of what you all saw these 4 astral ghouls and this astral basilisk quite literally tear apart the Elder's son. And they have not yet turned to you. But it is Toby's turn.
Alright. Well, Toby will advance.
Also, damn it, Rembrandt, why didn't you cast guidance on him so he could pass his death saving throw?
And he's just gonna wait there. He'll ready an action to attack if they come near.
Overwatch.
95% chance to hit.
I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to bonus action stealth.
All right. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Sneaky fox, be sneaky.
Fucking
Sneaky,
useless
sneaky.
rogues.
VV rip astral dead.
And I'll be readying a bow as standard for when they get close to one of the two in the front.
All right. Was that off your turn?
Yep, I'm readying a bow for when they. I did move action to get over here by the trees. Bonus action is stealth, aka hide, and standard to ready a bow strike
Okay, cool.
for when they get too close to one of the other two.
Sounds good.
Pass the turn. Rembrandt's gonna move up to here, and then shout out a sick, nasty, vicious mockery to the basilisk.
What do you say to it?
I don't know. Give me something good because I failed.
They say laughter is the best medicine. Your face must be curing the world.
Ooh.
I think I would like to roll psychic damage on myself, please.
This one agrees.
All right.
All right, Birdman.
3, 4, 5. Perfect. Wait a sec.
Wait a second.
I'm gonna cast Entangle. Let's see. How big is 20 feet?
I'll make a pointer for it.
Where are you gonna place it?
Well, I mean, I want to try and get as many of them as I can, but I don't know how. I don't remember how big 20 feet. Wait, is it 20? Yeah, 20-foot square. Wait, can I get them all in that? No.
I
Oh, okay.
believe so.
Most of them.
Almost.
Oh, okay.
Move it over one, so it gets 1, 4, and the astral basilisk, and up like 5 feet. Perfect. I'm gonna do that, and then I think I just have to do this, right?
Yep, you rolled a save on them all.
All right, so the basilisk made it.
Okay.
Goal 4 failed. Goal 1 succeeded.
Damn it. All right. Well,
I mean, 1 out of 3 isn't too bad.
right. But also, I think it's considered rough terrain.
Ooh, yes. I believe
Yeah.
so.
The ground is difficult terrain.
Someone remind me, rough terrain is speed halved?
Half movement.
Double movement pretty much uses 2 spots for movement.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
And the one that failed its save is restrained.
Ah, yes.
Yep. The restrained is already on it.
Yeah, it is.
Kalani will move up. To there. And attack.
That would be a hit. Jeez.
Alright, that's it.
Hello. Let's go charge forward and cast a shatter right here.
Are you able to link that in chat?
Shatter?
So I can read it real quick? Yeah.
It's a 20-foot sphere at a point of their choosing. It's effectively sound, so it'll be force damage, I think. No, it's thunder damage, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, and then you get to make them forced to do Constitution saves.
Well, do they take damage if they succeed on the save?
Only half.
Oh, okay.
And it auto calculates if they saved or not for the damage.
Yeah, I see it doing that right now.
Alright. And with that, I'll pass my turn.
Oof, okay. Let me go over what all just happened to my dudes here.
A lot of damage.
Yeah.
And the one that's going is restrained.
So it is.
Think it has to. What does it have to be?
That's based on your spell save.
Strength check against my spell save.
Alright, so I actually haven't had to do. Zim.
He
You'll
can
be angry,
force.
but remind me.
He can do the roll for you. Just drag the save on. Man.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, wait, I do it?
Yes.
I think all he's going to be making it do is the other thing. I don't know.
So what do I do? Drag strength save onto him? Or no, spell
Yeah.
save on
Strength save.
Strength save.
Just like when you first cast the spell.
It didn't work. Ignore that.
Okay. On the actions tab, the same way that you cast the spell and made him roll the save in the first place.
Oh, that.
I succeeded.
Alright.
It is no longer restrained.
I'm still gonna maintain.
So, there you go. This ghoulie ghoul is gonna take a little step forward.
And as it does, I shoot a bow at it.
Oh, that's right. That would be a miss, though.
Damn.
Give me 1 second. The NPC sheet is being weird.
Oh, I get advantage on the attack since I was stealthed. I forgot about that.
Roll again. Roll again.
Well,
we'll take the 7.
It's still a 7.
I do want that crit card though. Oh wait, no, never mind. Advantage. So
Yeah,
never,
advantage.
Yeah, I missed. Never mind. Yeah, still missed. Yeah. Still grabbing something. 1 second. I'm sorry. The NPC sheet in the FG is being weird.
Its attack should be listed on the combat tracker.
It is. That's not the issue. It's like 1 second. I fixed it though. I just gotta read something. All right, cool. Perfect. All right, so Mr. Ghoul Fort is no longer restrained after being able to break those entanglements. Steps forward to the drunken Kalani and tries to nosh on him with his chompers.
Nosh.
And I'm pretty sure he misses.
It should tell you.
Yeah, he does miss. I rolled a 2, so.
Oof.
I forgot y'all can't see my rolls, but I can see yours.
Yep.
Alright, so that is moving on to Mr. Ghoul 1.
Mouser, thank you so much for that resubscription. I really greatly appreciate it.
Very nice. Alright, Mr. Ghoul 1, Astral Ghoul 1, is going to take a little step towards Mr. Toby, actually.
Toby had a readied action.
Ghoul didn't know that, so he's just screwed now.
Did that hit?
It did not.
Rembrandt is going to impose disadvantage protection using his shield to Toby.
So Ghoul has disadvantage
Yes.
on attack?
Yes. Only one attack.
Alright.
Rembrandt, the pain in every DM side.
Thanks.
Alright, and Ghoul, after being missed by Toby, attempts to give a little nosh with his chompers. Ugh, the roll didn't work. 1 second.
And it probably would have been good, even at disadvantage.
Ooh, yeah, I miss, actually. And passed the turn to Rosalind.
Let the blending begin. I'm must protect my fellow squirrel, even if it is a reptile squirrel thing. Do either of those hit?
The Warhammer does.
Okay. And that will be my turn.
Alright, this ghoul saunters right up to the squirrel. And gives her a little swipe with his claws.
Does it have 40 movement speed?
It has 30. I was going by the grid I have.
Because each one would be 10 squares. Or 10.
It's 10? I thought it was 5.
Because it's difficult terrain, it's 10.
Oh, right. Okay. So no. Not gonna do a Nashi. He's gonna stop.
Break it, bitch.
Alright, and that is this one's turn. And he's gonna move up this way. Now it is Mr. Basilisk's turn. And he is going to look at Rosalind and move towards her. And the basilisk is looking at her. And that is its turn. On to Toby.
Toby is going to try another... Well, he'll do claws this time.
Ooh.
It begins.
I assume the second misses. But the first...
Yes, it
no.
does. Yeah, the first one definitely is.
Let's see. Slashing. Slow recovery. Quadruple damage, and the target must make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the target can make 3 fewer attacks on their next turn. So
it might be
none.
dead.
So it makes negative attack.
It heals
It
us.
invites attacks to us. To it.
Oh no, it's not dead.
And it's not dead. So what was the effect of that again? I'm sorry.
Needs to make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
If it fails, it can. It has 3 less attacks. So if it only has 1 attack, it means it can't attack next turn.
And I would drag the die over top of Toby.
No.
Okay. Would I just roll the die?
You
into
could
the
just
chat?
click it.
Oh, that's right. That was a total of an 18, so
It succeeds.
success.
But it still took a healthy 21 points of damage.
Yeah, it sure did.
I wouldn't call that healthy.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna bonus
You're correct.
action
It's called heavy.
dash.
Rogue doing rogue things.
Come over here, pulling out the wakizashi into one hand while leaving the bow in the other. Oh boy.
Yeah, no, that was a mess.
The foot stabbing begins. Please tell me you have offhand bow.
No.
You've never punched someone in the face with a bow before? What kind of rogue are you?
I actually know somebody in a LARP who added a stabby tip to part of their bow in order to actually be able to defend themselves as an archer on the field. And let me tell you, it worked once.
In Monster Hunter, if you use the bow, at least in World, if you use the bow and you dash forward and do the attack, the special attack, you'll actually pull an arrow out, jump into the air, and stab it into the monster, and it can also do a mount if you're lucky.
Oh, Rembrandt,
Yes.
can you do me a favor?
What's that?
Can you make
Death
Constitution saving throw?
Oh.
No. A death saving throw.
Not quite yet, but Constitution saving throw,
E-
yes.
even though my target is zombie.
Yes.
Okay.
I think you'll find Sim.
Alright,
It's called
yeah,
a
you're good.
Jeff saving throw.
You're good.
I will grant Rosalind a bardic inspiration and end my turn.
Sing me the song of your people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sling at this astral ghoul 1 because everything else has failed me so far. Let's hope the ranged attack that often fails doesn't. Oh my god! I hit something.
Cleve, you know what that means, right?
hit.
You should have won with Magic Stone.
I have to do the chicken dance. Oh, and
This
then
means we're all gonna die now.
Right on. You hit something.
Technically applies.
I didn't know Delva was around.
time to build
Kalani
Pebble Buddy.
Kalani,
will...
Constitution saving throw, please. You're good.
Two 20s in a row for con
Oh my!
save.
You guys, I hate you both because this means I'm gonna nat 1. You realize this, right?
I anticipated this and gave you a bardic inspiration.
You know what? Kalani is gonna swing over this way.
Is that still rough terrain?
I mean, even if it is, that's within his movement.
Alright.
Yeah, you only move.
I was
50
mostly
foot.
just asking if it was rough terrain still.
He is going to attack.
And miss.
Hey, Daga.
Aye.
That's okay,
Do you
because
think-
I was also
do
going
you-
to do this.
Do you think it's been 10 minutes during that entire talking with Mist?
Yeah.
Okay.
What, Kalani? What is happening?
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave.
Oh boy. Okay.
Isn't Rosalind technically in that because it's on you?
Yeah. Thunderwave is centered on you.
And you're getting pushed.
Feels into who? Isn't there a whole thing of being pushed in other people for like insta death? Insta death.
No.
No.
Sorry,
it's only
Rosalind!
Mostly dead. Big difference between mostly dead and all dead.
Rosalind,
Angry
you
squirrel
should really hold your ears closed for that. Anyways, he's done.
What? I can't hear you.
Those that failed are pushed back 10 feet.
I'm gonna use my
Five
second. I'm gonna use my second spell slot and cast a shatter on top of Kalani. Sorry. Yeah, high constitution, you'll be fine.
Why put
push
it
him
on
for me?
Kalani?
Why? Because I can't put it anywhere else.
You could put it behind him and still hit them. It's a 10-foot. Oh, wait, it's a square, isn't it?
That's
Or
a
is it
circle.
Yeah, you could do it behind him and it's
Well, that's what I
they'd
meant.
be all in
I
it.
put it where I want it.
Just start dragging the save onto them and then roll damage immediately after, because it'll automatically track whether they take half or full.
Good God.
Jesus.
And with that, I shall heal Kalani with Healing Light. Or, yeah.
Alright, yeah. Ghoul
Can-
4.
Ghoul 4 is dying.
Yeah, Ghoul 4 bursts into shimmeries, just as the others have done when they expire.
Are these shimmeries like lingering or?
These ones are not, no, they dissipate.
No signs of essence?
No signs of essence.
Is there essence where that the father dog?
Why? No. Zim, why are Goal 1 and Goal 2 having a good time together? I can't separate their tokens. I keep moving both of them because they were somehow put on top of each other.
Click on one of the others.
Goal 1's underneath me because I would have been pushed into him. And since you can't move through an enemy space, then that's up to you to decide what
I
happens.
don't see
No, I
a
mean
second.
like the tokens are stuck together on the map.
There's only 3 of them. I think you deleted one.
Yeah, there's
One-
supposed to be 3 of
Goal
them.
1 is under Rosalind.
Yeah, the other one is under Rosalind. Not.
Oh my god, okay, never mind.
That's why I said I got pushed into them.
Yeah, my apologies. Alright, Goal 1 under Rosalind. Alright, so, having had a squirrel thrown on top of him, he's not too happy. And he slashes at the squirrel.
I'll impose disadvantage.
Of course you would.
I'll reimpose advantage.
I will impose furious squirrel hissing.
I will impose stink eye.
Does a 21? Yeah, it hits.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, with my claws.
There is absolutely nobody in the party with 21 AC, barring anybody with a level 1 spell shield.
Yeah, I don't know why I started asking whether or not it hit.
By the way, there is a button you can press to input to do in disadvantage rolls at the bottom left.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Give me 1 second, I'm reading something.
Start the game already!
Rosalind, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Rosalind.
I know. I clicked on it. It didn't work.
Rosalind.
Alright, you're good.
Hey, Rosalind.
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 GM.
Rosalind.
Hi.
The voices
Need
in my
that.
head are talking again.
You need to proceed the combat tracker.
Yeah, yep. Because those were words.
Rosalind!
I am going to stab off this ghoul.
I just wanted to say I'm sorry.
I am going to murder you in your sleep. It's a good thing you can't sleep right now.
It's all a dream realm. We can't.
Okay. So, this basilisk looks like the most scary thing here.
Before you do that, though, make me a Constitution saving throw.
No.
You used up your one no for the day. You want to use your bardic? There you go.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
Okay. So, I will. I shall action surge. And then I shall uno momento.
Are you-
Juggling tabs is annoying.
Are you going to Fighting Spirit?
Yeah, I shall Fighting Spirit. And then I shall attack twice.
What is this power?
It's a good thing you're getting 2 attacks.
That's not advantage.
Oh yeah, it should be advantage, sorry. Well, that second attack failed.
Yeah, that other one hit, though.
Also just filling in my temporary hit points. And that should be by turn done.
Okay.
Number 2.
Rosalind!
Where's Joey?
Alright, number 2.
Rosalind Pooh!
Sam.
I require forgiveness!
Wait, I don't think the second one was rolled at advantage now that I think about it.
No, you did not roll at
No,
advantage
it
with the
did
second
not.
track.
Can I quickly just roll that one again?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Would you stop enhancing my fucking token sim?
I still missed.
Alright.
Alright, Mr. Ghoul 2 is going to actually go up to the Silver Fox
Oh.
and give it a good old claw attack.
He's going to pat you on the bottom.
Ooh, and that was a hit. Give me one moment.
Not surprised.
Give me a Constitution saving throw really quick.
Nope.
You are all set. No, you're good. You're good.
Ow.
Alright, that is it for Ghoul 2's turn.
Alright, since it ended its turn, I'm going to use my fade away special move to move away 25 without them getting attacked of opportunity.
Oh, dang. Coward.
I don't know what we're talking about. I'm just repositioning.
Alright, Ghoul 3's turn. He's gonna reach out to give a good old claw to Mr. Kalani there. And I do believe that's a hit. So please make a Constitution saving throw. You're all set. Let me roll damage for you real quick, though.
I'm not enjoying when he's saying you're all set.
It sounds very ominous, but nice.
Secretly, these ghouls are taking a part of our soul.
Joke's on them. I don't have a soul.
All
That
right,
is
That's,
not.
that's only because we traded it away for Kage Kalani's
That's
beer.
not canon, I swear.
That's gonna end Ghoul's attack. And Basilisk is going to take a good old look at Rosalind, reach out with his big old chompers, and try to take a bite. And that ends his turn. Toby.
It's fine. I will stare this basilisk down so hard it will petrify itself.
Toby's gonna come here and do claw attacks.
First is a hit, second is a miss.
I've also seen a lot of 7s rolled today.
I agree.
7 is a lucky number.
Oh, hey, it's my turn.
Yeah, you wimp.
Goal number 1 bursts into shimmeries and dissipates.
Shimmeries.
Oof.
I like it.
Azrael
Unfortunately,
is going to come forward and attempt with the Wakazashi again.
steal all the glory. You mean?
Hey, it's a hit finally.
There you go.
And because I have an ally within 5 feet.
Snuck attack.
Holy crap.
Nice.
Wow, to manage max damage with a sneak attack. And now for bonus action unarmed.
Oh,
Nope.
I
A 1.
missed that one. That would be
God,
great.
no, not again.
Disarmed so hard he actually lost his arms.
Vivi, yes, please be a geek for a second, because I love when you're a geek.
It's a
But,
We
yeah,
have
so
one
that was
second.
a miss.
Go ahead. Okay, you're done.
Are you gonna pass the turn?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Rembrandt, do me a favor.
Yes,
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
I can.
Not.
You're good.
You're pretty good.
Pretty good. Wait, where is it? Haha. Is that a hit? I'm assuming.
Considering my 22 hit.
Gonna give him an old stabby stab at the rapier.
Oof.
And then some little sneak attackage going in there too.
Oh.
Again with the stealing of the glory, King Rogues.
Alright.
I learned from the best, okay?
I did the majority of the damage. I weakened it up for you.
Sure. Yeah.
Alright, so with that stabby stab, the Astral Basilisk rears back and shrieks and bursts into shimmeries, but this time they linger a little longer and they seem to gather into this ball that hovers just an inch above the sand.
All right then. I pass turn after healing Rosalind.
Yeah.
Woo! I got touched.
And in a good way.
You hit. It dead. It also burst into shimmeries, except this time, instead of lingering as the basilisk did, it dissipates like all the others.
Hey, Dagger! Forgot to roll Undead Fortitude!
What?
Undead fortitude.
I'm
undead
gonna-
fortitude, undead fortitude, undead fortitude.
I'm gonna use my reaction to shut Rosalind up. Also-
I'm gonna use my reaction to hammer Rembrandt and his gonads. He will never be needing these again.
Ah!
Can you distribute a red materia to Vivi? While
A
you're at-
red materia.
while you're at it, Dagger?
What was that?
Can you distribute a red materia to Vivi while you're at it?
Yeah. I'll be sure to actually, walk to his house and do that.
Alright, thanks.
Just
He lives walking distance of me. I love
throw
it.
throw it at his face. Don't just give it to him. Throw it at his face.
Ooh, Mr. Goal 2 failed that save, by the way. Shreshka.
Oof.
And he also bursts into shimmeries and dissipates. And the threats around you have all gone. And the only lasting remain is the orb of energy floating an inch above the sand.
You lie. The threats are ever present among us.
I guess Rembrandt will bag up the essence in the pouch.
As you bag up the essence in your pouch, you hear all around you, as if it's in your mind as well. You hear a booming
I'm going to cut off
groan. Along with the groan, it seems to turn into a cry of anguish. And before the group appears a shimmery, indistinguishable, featureless, humanoid, more or less, form of something. And they shout, "My pumpkin! My pumpkin! She was brand new and you destroyed her!"
You're upsetting him.
I must
Your
smash
point?
And this form, because I don't have a token for it yet, this form where that scribble is.
There's the scribble.
There's a very nice scribble.
Can you see the scribble?
Yes.
It qualifies as scribble.
It's to
Yep.
our least.
Yes, to your least. Thank you for the pointer. So yes, this form appears and shouts, "My pumpkin! She was brand new and you destroyed my pumpkin!"
Why won't you die?
Y'all tend to react in silence a lot.
It's leaving me speechless.
Rosalind's reaction is going to be this.
Nothing happens. If
I attack the
did
darkness.
you throw it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just goes right through it.
Anyone got
And
magic
the
missile?
form,
Anyone got magic missile to attack the darkness?
it's not darkness. It's a shimmery form. It's just indistinguishable. It's featureless.
Attack the
The
light.
only feature that you can really pick up about it is the fact that it is just barely humanoid. And as the hand axe sails through, BB, as the hand axe sails through its body, it turns from anguish to anger. It laughs, but this laugh isn't from comedy. This laugh is from sheer rage. And it seems to look at you, Rosalind, and it growls. It's upset, and it seethes at you for a rather long moment until another, much smaller, shimmery form appears floating next to its head. This form speaks up, and it says, "Calm yourself, Nessarian. We need to leave. We need to go deal with the other things we need to deal with."
It's a trap!
I was expecting a Dagoth Ur speech, I'll be honest.
What was that?
Oh? I was expecting a Dagoth Ur speech, I'll be honest. Oh, I'm a god. How can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating innocence.
What are all of your passive perception? Oh wait, no, never mind. I can look that up myself.
Yes, it's in the
Yes, you
party.
can.
Zim, what's my sub
in the what?
command? Is it Bui sub?
Buizel's sub.
Okay.
So your Twitch name followed by sub.
Okay.
Okay, Rembrandt.
I'll point to him.
No,
Okay,
wait,
go
wait,
ahead.
wait,
Go
I
ahead.
really need something. Rembrandt, you, out of the group, can kind of recognize this voice, and it makes you feel kind of weird from the inside out. And for a moment, you can swear that you recognize it, but there's no way that you can place where you recognize it from.
Would it happen to be along the same wavelength of the one that I heard in the dream?
Roll perception.
Oh!
Jesus. Yes.
I will point to the figure.
Hold it!
And I'll say, "You're not going anywhere."
Oh.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Oh.
You're the one behind all this, aren't you?
Who are you pointing at?
The
smaller figure or the one that was just crying about pumpkin?
The guy crying about Coma. What was his name? Nezarine, you said?
Nessarian.
Netharian.
Nessarian.
Okay.
1 second.
You have committed crimes against Azadorif and her people. You must pay,
Can you see
pay
that
the
in the
court of
chat?
fine or go to jail.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, cool. So, as Rembaran accuses Nessarian, his anger just leaves him. Or their anger leaves them, and they look at Rembrandt, and they gather themselves. It seems as though their shimmery, featureless, indistinguishable form stands taller, and it actually seems to get a foot bigger, all in all. And it laughs, and they say, of course I'm behind all of this. And what do you think you're going to do about it? You've only taken out my pumpkin. I can create more pumpkins. Nothing that you or any of the Woken can do will stop me from keeping this entire world asleep, just so that they can finally appreciate my creations the way that they were meant to be appreciated. And at that, both of the forms, both Nessarians and the other smaller one, dissipate into thin air.
Rembrandt would step forward a bit, and he'll just shout, "Cowards! If you're so sure, then let us know where you are. Obviously, we can't come and challenge you. Just shout it into the darkness."
As you do so, you can hear an echoing laugh, an echoing, condescending laugh.
Can I gain anything from their dissipation? Is there any kind of features that I could see?
No, it was absolutely featureless. It was basically it was a featureless humanoid, shimmery blob.
Rosalind's gonna go and get her axe back.
Rembrandt will go back to the group, and he'll just be like, "What do we do?"
Notes itself. Buy a magic axe.
What was that?
I said note to self, buy a magic axe.
I'll go to the group and say, "Well, what are we gonna do now?"
Well, we kind of have to, unless you're planning on, I don't know, eating or doing whatever you want to do with that orb, we probably should take it back to camp, yeah?
I got a question.
Hi.
Do we feel hunger in this realm?
You're starting to feel a little peckish.
Okay.
Also, we should probably give the elder the good news.
Oh yeah, that great news.
Yeah. I'll look to Kleek, Shreshka, Kalani, Azurite, and Toby.
Is Toby upside down right now?
I think so. I'm taking it as that.
Toby's just like, Toby was so baffled by the appearance of the god, he just like floated upside down in midair.
Mhm.
He transcended gravity.
I
Well-
do think it would be a good idea to return at least to give him that. I like how it just slowly moves you over there.
Brad, let's go. These people need him.
Trushka.
So, then back to the village.
Yep.
Yes.
Are you going through the oasis?
Yes.
No.
I can't grab my icon, my token anymore.
Wait, we need a good splash of water to keep us awake.
That's true.
I'm locked in the corner.
Wait, I almost had you.
Alright, well, as you all leave the south of Tranquility Oasis, you come back to the village. And it seems that a sudden, very jarring commotion has arisen. Rather than the absolute silence that you experienced before when coming into the village, there are now a handful of adult tabaxi and a couple of child tabaxi crowding around the tent right here, if it lets me draw. Which I don't think it's gonna. So it's crowding around the tent directly to the left of the tent that you were in before.
Are they like Spectral Awakened or?
No, they are full-on tabaxi. Not astral. And Rembrandt, you will immediately recognize the form of Curious Light very quickly ducking into that tent, and you will recognize his anguish shouts, or very, very, very upset shouts and cries.
Mommy, why is Dad dead?
I guess we're gonna have to
You're
go and
upsetting
see what the commotion
Your
is.
point?
I was actually gonna ask if that was a good time to wrap things up.
I believe it is, actually. I have a little bit more planned out, but it is late on my end.
Well, alrighty then. Did that actually?
Mel.
Yes. Alright, everyone, that was Iron Fang Dungeons and Dragons. We will be back next week with more of that. I will be streaming again tomorrow with Echoes of Eberron Dungeons and Dragons. I hope you come on by for that. Gonna be lots of fun. I appreciate everybody coming by and hanging out. And yeah. You to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. I could not do this without you guys. Your help is greatly appreciated. And yeah, I bid you all adieu.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye, folks.
Later.
Waffles.
Have a good night.
Thanks for following.
Hyler, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to our little tribe here. Have a good night, everyone.